Anyway, well, there's a very good place. If you go to Sillyman Beach, which is right on the runway this side, Sillyman University Agricultural College is right up to you. I know all the vendors there because I started coffee, you know, coffee. I started talking to the lady. Is this that Sillyman Beach? Yeah. And she's a bit of a doyen of the division. People started sitting down. It's very early morning, and I sometimes do the first plane in because I have to take 1,000 photographs of somebody who's landed. You're addicted to photos? Yeah, I know. I'll take about 100 a day.
You know what? So many people don't have hobbies or sports or passions. Right. And that's what you need to stay energized and right? That's like writing. That's one of my passions.
Yeah, I love it.
And I gave it all up and motorcycle and gave it all up to move here, and now I'm so happy in that day. And now I'm going to have a life.
Well, Dan's brother, Henry, said, I couldn't. But anyway. So, and I didn't joke with him is I said, you're missing the road. I'm missing the road as well. I'm just no, I'm not. I've widened it up. It's just widened it up. Well, we're very good friends.
He seems very, very likable to me. I like his personality. I took to him right away.
Yeah.
And I trust him even though I haven't been with him long enough.
The trouble is he doesn't.
He doesn't control us. It's my 97-year-old mother and my cousin. Good morning, Mom. Love you. How you doing today? Okay, yeah, it's nighttime there. Yeah. Have you had a good day? Yeah, have you had a good day today? Good. And Rosalie has been visiting, right? Okay. Hello, Rosalie. I hear you back there.
Sorry folks, we're just yakking away here. I have to go to a swim team, but if it's just very interesting newcomer to the Philippines, Henry. Sounds like a Kindred. I only have one foreigner friend here. I don't like the way most foreigners behave in this country. They still think it's a colony of the United States or something. So I'm looking around for litter because I cleaned up every day as a way of saying thank you to the owner letting me use the cabana every morning.
Yeah. In fact, she was 40 years old, and my 60-year-old landlady.
It's very sad. I took a very racy video all the way to Pamplona and back with my new 64K memory card. The memory card lasted, but what I forgot was the battery won't last that long. I carry a spare battery, but didn't bother to look, so some of the best fast leaning bits on the windy bits going up are not there because the camera stopped. But I'm going to good excuse to go back in a couple of days and film these segments that I didn't catch. If you're on my channel, you'll see I'm not very good vlogger or what you call it. It's a beautiful sunrise. I hope you're enjoying it. Using my detective skills, I would say no one came down there last night. All was littered with ditched plastic glasses, bottles and things like that. My goodness, Henry is talking to his 97-year-old mother, who seems still compass mentis. So perhaps I'll get the 97. I'm a smoker, but I can't stand people throwing cigarettes out. Each cabana has a rice stack right next to it, put rubbish in, but people just don't bother. It's not just the Philippines, I think that's general nowadays. No respect for nature.
And one guy, there's a bunch of fat cuts. I'll show you this place. But the guy who kind of owns this property, owns all the fat cuts. He just went out and did a full rescue with a spear gun. He's going to go fish.
I have to say, as you could probably hear me, the microphone's not very good on this, and when it's in its protective case you can't hear anything. I love these islands, love the people. They're different, but it's their place, their home, and their rules. It's rather like the riding, it's like Mad Max on steroids when they're taking their kids to school in the morning and picking them up in the evening or lunchtime, some pick them up for lunch as well. And it's actually good because on my big bike it helps me to maintain my mental acuity because you're having to watch very carefully all around you all the time. If you see a bike indicating right, he will probably turn left across you. And they carry, I don't know what my record was, but I think 6 people on a scooter, kids standing up, kids in between adults, so if they have a bad smash, they get squashed. And last week I saw a pretty bad accident where there was a husband, the daughter and the wife on a scooter going obviously late for school. They're going quite fast. They ran into a street dog. It was crossing the road. They fell off. They were all wearing helmets, but they hadn't attached the chin straps, so the helmets just flew off. The poor young lady got trapped, one leg trapped under the bike, burnt her leg obviously. She banged her head on the tarmac because her helmet had flown off, and the mother and father had scratches and grazes everywhere. And unless you go to hospital or the police are called for whatever reason, they're normally not that interested, it's not recorded, so the statistics for these sort of accidents are very low, but it's actually not the case for a lot of these accidents. You've just been speaking to your 97-year-old mother.
97 years old.
She's still loud and about.
No, she just broke her hip for the third. No, she didn't. She broke her hip twice. But she just, what happened this time? She she did fall again, and she cracked something. It wasn't, they say it's not broken, but she was in the hospital for a couple of weeks and had just gotten out, and they've barely gotten her back into her assisted living home. And they were not going to take her, but she was able to go through physical therapy in the hospital. So they said because she completed that, they would take her back. And it's a place that's on Wilmington Island, right between Savannah and the beach. And that's where my family's had a home for 50 years. And her assisted living is like a half a mile from her home.
But she could walk before.
No, well, she could before with a walker. Now she might be bedridden forever.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, but they don't think she may get out of bed again. So, and she's ready to go.
Okay,
she's ready to go to heaven, you know.
Well.
And she's very religious. And my cousin from Tampa, Florida, she is like 5 years younger than me or more. She's up there staying with Mom right now. And she is super religious, ones that can quote everything in the Bible. And her dad my uncle was a Baptist minister, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, she's up there taking care of Mom, and that makes Mom super happy.
Well, I just admire that. Before she had the injury, she was still pretty mobile.
She was. It was tough on her, but now she's pretty frail. And I'm afraid that after Rosalie leaves, that she might go downhill. And it was a bad time for me to come. I tried to come last November, and my mom had fallen the second time and gotten hurt. No, she had a UTI then that almost killed her. A urinary tract infection. And she was in the hospital, so I canceled my flight ticket, flew to Savannah, and stayed there for 10 days, and she got better, because we thought she was going to die then. And so that's why I canceled coming last November. So I had sold about half of my stuff by then. I wouldn't have been ready in time. But anyway, so then Mom did well, and now she's gone downhill again. So I think she's going to continue to go downhill until she finally passes away.
She's 97, I'm 75, so there's a possibility I've got another 22 years. I'm not looking forward to that.
Well, I tell you what, I think I see most men go about mid-80s. Like 83 to 87, most men seem to go.
Okay, that's okay. Another 8 years.
So that's kind of what I'm looking at. Maybe I can sneak 15 more years out of it. So I got to stay active and healthy as much as I can.
Well, this is the whole point. I mean, people here say I don't look my age. I don't know. I don't.
You don't.
Yeah, but I never really think of it that way.